What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rebel here, and Senior Art Director at Infinity Ward, Joel Emsley, said that they are not working on supply drops or a loot box system. No loot boxes or supply drops in Call of Duty. Man, this is great news. What a great day. Oh yeah, did I tell you guys that I bought a bridge in San Francisco? Can you believe a homeless man was just selling this for $1,000?
Drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
All right. So how we all doing today? Good? Good. So an art director at Infinity Ward, Joel Emsley, has said that they are not working on supply drops or loot boxes for this year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And if you really think that this game won't have supply drops in it, well, I've got the deed to a bridge I'd like to sell you. I mean, come on, guys. In all seriousness, Activision knows exactly what they're doing. They know when to put the supply drops into the game. And everyone's already figured out their little formula of releasing the game, letting the reviews come in, and then adding the ungodly microtransaction system that locks weapons behind a paywall. Same thing that we saw in Black Ops 4. So what makes this time different? Well, a senior art director said that they're not working on them right now. First of all, keep in mind that Joel Emsley is an art director and really has nothing to do with microtransactions being put into the game. I mean, the game hasn't even come out yet. Why would he be working on post-launch content instead of making sure everything else is up to speed? Then the game comes out, then enters Activision and tells the heads at Infinity Ward, start working on them loot boxes. The heads of Infinity Ward tell Joel Emsley to start designing ship for loot boxes. Activision is House Stark, and their motto is loot boxes are coming. I'm sure of that. I am so sure of that I'll put money on it. I'd place a wager. And that'd be a great bet for you, because if I'm wrong and they don't have loot boxes in the game, then you win some money, which will be perfect for spending on the loot boxes coming to Modern Warfare. Here's what I would sound like if I believed this crock of crap. Wow, no loot boxes? They must be making a lot of money off of COD Mobile and don't need this money. Which makes sense for all of 0.03 seconds until you realize how stupid it is to think that Activision will just settle at a certain profit percentage. That's why they put these despised transactions in the game in the first place. To make more money than they already are. And why would they stop? Because YouTubers and influencers constantly talk shit about them? Yeah, fat chance. Activision made a bunch of money off of microdong transactions last quarter. It was a big thing. We on YouTube are the silent minority, apparently. People keep buying these supply drops despite the constant negative feedback. So Activision isn't going to be stopping. Now let's look at this with a little bit of blind optimism. Maybe, just maybe, this game doesn't release with loot boxes. Even then, I would be shocked. Bloops 4 and World War II had loot boxes right out of the gate. Sure, everything was cosmetic, but they were there from the get-go. And it makes me think that this isn't just supply drops being added in the game at launch. That's the issue. Could have sworn I had a burp coming. In World War II, it was all cosmetic. You could buy supply drops, but that was always stupid to me. Why? It seems greedy asking for money for pointless fluff. It was adding weapons after that people didn't like. And while there was a salvage system to unlock weapons in World War II, there was not in Bloops 4. Those weapons were only available through drops. And those weapons were actually a lot more powerful than any standard weapon. Literally meaning that if you dumped a couple $100 on the game, you could get a weapon that'll allow you to straight dominate the lobby. So let's say Infinity Ward does it different and they don't have supply drops in it launch. What's to stop them from adding weapons post-launch behind a paywall? And also keep in mind the fact that there's no season pass this year. Or no Modern Warfare pass like Black Ops tried to pull when they said they weren't going to do a season pass. Then they made the Black Ops pass instead of a season pass because they initially said they were not going to have a traditional season pass. Which traditional it wasn't. In fact, in theory, it seemed like a way better choice than the 4 separate DLCs, or the whole 1 season pass, which just split up the community down into like 4 to 5 small factions. However, with the utter lack of content that Treyarch gave us, that season pass ended up being a complete and utter joke and a waste of money. And now Infinity Ward is saying that there's gonna be no season pass, and that they aren't working on loot boxes, as if Activision would just let them get away with that. Also, let's just point out the very small detail that Joel Emsley said that they are not currently working on loot boxes. Currently, not right now. He never explicitly says that they're not going to be in the game. Yet every year it seems like they say no weapons will be locked behind loot boxes, and every year they lock weapons behind loot boxes. Last year they said no season pass. Then we got a season pass. So to summarize, Infinity Ward is attempting damage control for their upcoming release, while Activision lubes up their long schlong of microtransactions, getting ready to bust DLC weapons deep into the cervix of the Call of Duty community.
And demonetized.
I mean, honestly, what did you expect from a company that merged with Blizzard? A company willing to stomp over free speech and freedom in order to secure China money. And that's gonna wrap this one up. Drop a like if you ain't buying what these snake oil salesmen are pushing. Dislike if you think Joel Emsley is super serial, and yes, Rebel, as an art director, he does have a say concerning what Activision and their shareholders want in regards to microtransactions. Duh. Don't forget to smash that sub button, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Well, I'm here with bells and whistles, and when I eat, I chew through the gristle, then leave the bone. I'ma bring it home, spit it on the microphone, and it starts to sizzle. A smooth talker who's all brittle. Is he determined? Yeah, not a little. He got all time and like no life. Is it no wonder that he talks in riddles? He's dressed tacky, he's a damn wacko, yet so classy, ipso facto. Before I wrote this, I was with your dad at a barbecue smoking jazz tobacco. Should he stop?